Chapter 32. I am to blame, I know. Useless is what I am, still so low. Now you ended up taking the hit. Sorry friends, I just couldn't help it. Jenny wasn't nervous. She knew that was a bad sign. If she was not nervous before a gig, she wasn't going to be intense on stage. She knew it, but just couldn't get the adrenaline going. It was just a silly talent contest. How could she get excited about something so unimportant? The others were nervous. Pom-Pom drummed with his sticks on most everything backstage. Keivan rubbed his hands up and down his pants. Martin was pacing. The band that played before them was in the middle of a rock song. The guitarist is good, but their singer's crap. You can beat her hands down, Jenny. Surprised, Jenny looked at Martin. He was rarely kind. Out of the corner of her eye, she saw Keivan. He doubted as much as she did. Of course, she would normally be much better than their singer, but today, hardly. The band before them ended their song and got indifferent applause. As the band left the stage, they almost collided with Little Band, who, except for Jenny, were eager to perform. The first song was common for all bands. Everyone had to play Johnny Be Good. The bands could select the second song. Little Band had chosen Walking on Sunshine. It was old, but it was still a floor filler at their corporate party gigs. When Jenny stood there on the stage, the microphone just millimeters from her lips, she felt it was the wrong choice. She had no energy for two fast-paced songs. She had no energy at all. Pom-Pom set the beat with the drumsticks and they got started. The band was in sync and everything went according to plan. Jenny sang, but she heard that her voice disappeared. The jury would hear the lyrics, the melody, but no glow, no passion. They could not see the jury in the dark, but they all knew they must be bored and unmoved. She looked at Keivan. He too felt embarrassed. They concluded the song, and the applause that had been lukewarm for the band before them was even cooler now. Technically, they had done everything right, but the performance had been lousy. Pom-Pom was about to start him off on Walking on Sunshine when Jenny stopped him. She waved to the others in the band to come to her and Pom-Pom by the drums. I can't do a happy song now, she said. God damn it, Jenny, if you back out now, I will fucking... Just wait, Pom-Pom, I'm not backing out, but I can't do a happy song now. I have no energy, didn't you notice? Everyone fucking noticed. Let's do Here Without You. Then I can sing with emotion. The one by 3 doors down? It's so new. We barely rehearsed it, Martin protested. Jenny's right, Keivan said. If we do another song without passion, we're screwed. We've already shown that we are sing, that we can play well. Now we need to show energy and passion. Time for the second song. The jury was getting impatient. Jenny raised her hand to show them they had heard and were on their way. They all got back to their places and Keivan started playing the intro on his guitar. 100 days have made me older since the last time that I saw your pretty face. There were times during the song when it sounded like Jenny's voice was going to crack. Not because it was not strong enough, but because she was close to crying. But when she sang the chorus about her lonely mind, the power of her voice was loud and clear. What the first song had lacked in feeling was more than compensated by Jenny's pain on stage as she sang about the love she was missing and dreaming about. This time the applause was strong. There was even appreciative whistling. Little Band walked off the stage and into the dressing room with the applause still ringing in their ears. Backstage the air was filled with excitement. Everyone waited nervously as the last bands made their appearances. The jury deliberated for a little less than half an hour. Pom-Pom made a victory gesture when they were told there were one of the 3 finalists. Together with the other 2 finalists, they went on stage to hear who had won. The moderator tried to keep the tension as long as possible by first saying who had won the 3rd prize. It was a band from Mölndal. Little Band applauded politely. When the winner was announced, everyone in Little Band stood in a ring with their arms around each other. And the winner is... No Man! The band members standing next to them jumped high and cheered when they realized they had won. Keivan collected the 2nd prize, a work of art that a local artist had created. The winners would be recording a single. That's what Little Band had been hoping for since more than a year. Now they were standing here as losers, and Jenny knew she was the one to blame. As she showered afterwards in the ladies' dressing room, She turned up the heat so much the water burned her. It hurt and she deserved it. She had ruined it. Feeling pain was right. The hot water jets were mixed with her own tears in an intense and silent cry. She didn't want anyone else seeing her tears. Not the other girls, and definitely not the band members. She didn't even want to meet them. She had to hurry up. She dried herself fast and sloppily, put on jeans and a sweater, and went out without drying her hair. Now that it was short, it dried so fast anyway. Just a few minutes after she had left, Kevan knocked on the ladies' dressing room and called for her. He got a reply from the other girls that she had already left. Kevan shook his head. He didn't like that she avoided them. He didn't like it at all. Is she coming? Pom Pom asked. Let's get some beers to drown our sorrows or celebrate second place, whatever we choose. She probably guessed what we were talking about in our dressing room. She left. Oh fuck, that was unnecessary. I mean, she was really crap today, but... And where would we have been without her, huh? Kevan tossed some black curls away from his face with an annoyed move of his head. Before we had her in the band, we didn't even get to participate in these competitions. We can't blame her now when we end up in second place. That's not the fucking point. I wouldn't mind ending up in second place if we had done our best. But we all know we would have won if she had been the way she normally is. That's what's so fucking annoying. Kevan shrugged. Well, she was not. We know why. This is not the time to make her life even harder. Now she needs a band that supports her, like friends, even when things don't go well. Yeah, whatever. Are you coming along for some beers? Kevan shook his head. With heavy steps, he started walking home.